Back to the day's top story, the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak across the world and specifically here in Alabama. Again, according to the state health department, our state is now reporting 106 confirmed cases of the illness. There are still no reported deaths from COVID-19 here. Let's take a county by county look at those cases. Jefferson County continues to have the most patients with 50 cases. Lee is reporting 11. Shelby County has 10. Madison County is next with 7, followed by Elmore with 6. Several more central Alabama counties are reporting cases as well. Tuscaloosa County has the highest of those with 4 cases. Calhoun, Coleman, St. Clair, Talladega, and Walker counties are all reporting 1 case each. This weekend is a time that many of us like to stock up on the things that we'll need for the upcoming week, but finding those essentials is turning into quite a challenge. WVTM 13's Chip Scarborough is live in Homewood tonight, where shoppers don't appear to be scared away from these stores. Chip?
Yes, Sherry, the Walmart here on Lakeshore Parkway in Homewood is always busy, as you know. The same is true for the Target at Brookwood Village, where we went earlier today. But we do want to start with some video here at the Walmart on Lakeshore Parkway when we got here about noon today. People are here, of course, looking for things like disinfectant wipes and toilet paper and paper towels. I walked inside the store this afternoon without a camera to see how those supplies are looking and found the shelves to be pretty much wiped out. Shoppers in the area say it's been a rough few days and more rough days are ahead.
Grocery shopping has been very different. The shelves are empty a lot of the times. Just things that we need, basic eggs and milk, are not there, and I think they are restocking. But mainly I've just been concerned about getting, Lysol wipes and hand sanitizer, and I can't find that anywhere.
And when I went to the Target at Brookwood Village earlier today, cleaning wipes were gone, as well as toilet paper and paper towels. Hand sanitizer not there or here behind me. Live in Homewood, Chip Scarborough, WVTM 13.
Among the seriousness of this outbreak, there are signs of people helping others, and that's where WVTM 13's Jeff Eliasoff picks up our team coverage.
These are times which call for not only calm, but adherence to public health official guidelines. They also call these times for generosity. The United Way of Central Alabama held a news conference reminding the good-hearted people of this community of the strict urgency of now.
Support your charities that you always support. Think about giving early. Don't wait till December. We need your help now. Make an extra donation if you can, and be flexible with your funding. Perhaps you designated your funding to a specific activity in that agency. They may need it more than ever to do some of the relief work we're being asked to do today.
Also noted today the importance of calling the 211 Help Assistance Line. This is a very vital link for all of us. If you're a business that can help, by all means, they will put that in their database. And if you're someone who needs assistance, they will find you the help that you need. Back to you.
Auburn University will continue its remote learning for the remainder of the spring semester. President Jay Goodge releasing a statement today saying classes will not resume on campus. The university is working to provide refunds for on-campus housing and dining plans and will contact students with items still in residence halls. All on-campus activities are canceled and graduation ceremonies postponed. A new COVID-19 testing site is up and running. Our news partner, the Coleman Tribune, says the drive-through is at the Coleman County Agricultural Trade Center. It opens each morning at 8:30 and will operate until test kits run out for the day. Testing is not free as it's set up by a private doctor. It's $50 with insurance and $175 without. Patients will be notified about their results by phone. UAB will begin testing on Monday by appointment only. You can make that appointment by calling the number on your screen. It's 205-975-1881. Again, that's 205-975-1881. The call center will begin taking appointments Sunday at noon. Testing will begin on Monday, and it happens from 9 in the morning till 1:30 in the afternoon, 7 days a week, downtown at the corner of University Boulevard and 22nd Street South. Alabama has seen several rural hospitals close over the last 10 years, and more are in jeopardy of shutting their doors. Many in rural communities may be wondering about their access to health care or testing during times like this. WVTM 13's Ian Wrights joins us live with more on what Senator Doug Jones had to say about that today. Hi, Ian.
Yeah, so we reached out to the senator earlier today to see what's being done to help these rural areas. Keep in mind, some of these communities don't have access to certain types of health care or intensive care units. And at a time like this, we know how critical that type of health care and testing is. So earlier today, the senator said that he had been talking with state leaders and looking at getting testing in places other than just urban areas. Now, in terms of care in some of these rural communities, one idea that was floated earlier this week from a doctor at UAB was reopening rural hospitals that have closed, like the one that shut its doors in Pickens County just a couple of weeks back. We asked the senator today about that option. He says it's possible, it would be difficult, but added that everything is on the table. Now, here was his message for those in both urban and rural communities.
The most important thing we can do right now and for our rural areas is to, even those people in rural areas, is to make sure you practice social distancing. Don't have contacts, don't gather, don't go out to play dates, don't do those kind of things that you would normally do, and that will stop the spread of this virus.
That's a message that we have heard from state leaders and federal leaders over the past couple of days. The senator also said that he and his colleagues are working on a third bill in Washington right now. This would increase testing abilities for states, get them more resources, also more supplies, things like swabs that are needed to do these tests all throughout the country. So we're going to keep you posted on that bill as it moves through Washington. Sherry.
All right, Ian, another tough day on Wall Street as stocks sank to their worst week since the financial crisis of 2008. The Dow dropped more than 900 points. Meanwhile, President Trump is optimistic about an economic recovery as lawmakers work on a stimulus bill in hopes of helping Americans during this crisis.
We're not talking about a $1,000 check. We're talking about much more than that. We're also talking about doing phases. If this doesn't work, we're going to keep doing until we get it going.
The president also expressed great optimism over possibly treating coronavirus. The nation's top infectious disease experts are hopeful in the effectiveness of a malaria drug. The coronavirus pandemic pushing back the 2020 Census Bureau's deadline for collecting responses. WVTM 13's Brittany Decker working outside the studio today. Brittany, what did you learn about the census updates this afternoon?
Hey, Sherry, yeah, this is a really big deal. We do a population count every 10 years. So the next couple of months are a really critical time. A lot of you probably already got one of these in the mail. Make sure that you do respond. And of course, it's easiest to just do it as soon as you get the invitation to do so. I spent some time here at home today on a conference call with the Census Bureau talking about the changes going on during this time. They say, of course, like everybody else, health and safety is the most important thing, but they also do want a complete and accurate census during these uncertain times. So they're adjusting, they're making some changes. For example, the deadline for the Bureau to finish up follow-up operations is now August 14th, and that's pushed back from July 31st. Also, updates involving the hiring process of being a census worker. The Bureau announced that it's going to suspend field operations and field supervising training. That's until April 1st. The hiring also has been suspended during that time. As of today, almost 19 million households have responded already to their questionnaire. They do want to make sure, of course, they make it as safe and as easy as possible for everybody, including you, to do so. They give the option to do it now online. You could do it by making a phone call, and you can also do it by using the mail and respond, they say, as soon, again, as you do get this letter. It's just easiest to remember if you just do it right away. This really impacts our funding moving forward in the future for our own communities. So we need to keep that in mind. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Brittany. Well, businesses are stepping up to make sure kids are fed during this uncertain time. WVTM 13's Jeff Eliasoff has more on a voucher program through local McDonald's restaurants.
As we are seeing the enormity of the coronavirus crisis, we are also seeing the enormity of generosity in this community also taking shape. Terrific example I want to show you today. The Black family, which owns many McDonald's restaurants in the area, has entered into a partnership to feed children all across our community. Vouchers for Happy Meals are being delivered to local schools for distribution with those lunches that we've been telling you about that are already being handed out. Happy Meals for anyone under 18 with the voucher. In this way, the locations listed on the vouchers can leverage their enormous supply of food, their convenience, and their giving spirit.
You know, there's a lot of unknowns right now, and my big thing is just staying calm, control what we can control. We're lucky enough to have drive-thrus that allow us to stay open. We're fortunate to have that. And we just, like I said, we just want to help support the community as best we can.
Parents should ask if their schools are participating, and if they are not, they're invited to call McDonald's, those schools, to contact them to get to partnership in the voucher program. These are not the happiest of times, I think it's safe to say, but one restaurant group is trying to make things better, one happy meal at a time. I am sure there are going to be many more happy stories of generosity as we go forward in the days ahead. And if you can think of ways to give, as we indicated earlier, one good way is to call the 211 information line with your idea or your inquiry as to how best you as an individual can help. Back to you.
Stay with us for continuing coverage of the COVID-19 outbreak. You can find headlines, video, and much more throughout the day and night on the WVTM 13 app. Just look in the coronavirus section or sign up for alerts.